Hey folks, again, Toronto Humane Society, joined by Telka Mallory, which another one of these amazing professionals here at the Toronto Humane Society. We keep upping the bar. It seems every time we talk with somebody, they just the next level professional. And Telka is the supervisor of public veterinary services. Mm-hmm. Now, I think of this, and this is like a shelter. People are coming in and they're giving their dogs away because, something's happened, that sort of thing. We keep being told that that is not the story here at Toronto Humane Society. Mm-hmm. It seems like there's a different mission and vision that's going on here. Telka, maybe you could tell us a little bit about, first of all, your journey to Toronto, and then what is it that you do here?
So I am a registered veterinary technician, so I'll start there and just give you a little backstory.
Perfect.
So maybe about 20 years ago, I was a very insecure teenager that had no idea what I really wanted to do.
Sure.
And I needed something to, keep me occupied.
Yep.
And one day it was just like, I like animals, so
cool.
I'll volunteer at the Toronto Humane Society. So I started in the Kitten Nursery, which I'm sure you can imagine was pretty adorable.
Yes.
And then, one day I am feeding a kitten and I look up and someone in scrubs comes in and starts, doing physical exams on kittens, weighing them. And at first I thought she was a veterinarian because at that point I only ever thought that that's what a vet clinic was, a veterinarian. So then I asked her and she's like, I'm a vet tech. And I just remember being like, I'm sorry, what's that?
Yeah.
And she kind of gave me a little rundown as to what it was. And I just kind of remember that moment being like, yep, that's it. That's
so you're telling me you started up as a volunteer.
Yes.
Years ago.
Yep.
And
not
now,
that many years
ago.
Yeah,
no,
like
I'm just saying. But
like 4 years ago.
So from volunteer walking through the door, just coming to help out, to where you are now is your career. Mm-hmm. Is there many like that in this organization?
I would assume so, but I can't confirm.
That's wild.
It was just always just this realization for me that was kind of like, this is what I want to do, and this is the only place I want to work, so it better work out.
Yeah.
And I just kept at it. Hopefully
they changed the locks a few times, but she kept finding a way in.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's terrible.
So
exactly.
Big question like you had, what does a vet tech do? I didn't know that. I thought there's veterinarians, and then what else could there be?
Best thing that you can compare it to is kind of like a human nurse.
Okay.
But it's so much more than that because you're tying so many different aspects of the medical field into one profession. Right. So you have someone like an x-ray technician. Vet techs take x-rays. You have, when you go to get blood work done, I think they're called a phlebotomist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Nailed it. Yep.
But we take blood. We've also been trained to work the blood machines. We've also been trained to monitor anesthesia.
Wow.
So many human careers just rolled up into one, just like a veterinarian.
Right.
So we're kind of like a jack of all trades. We kind of know how to do many things.
But you're even beyond that here at the Humane Society in Toronto. You do something next level.
I'd like to think I do, but it might be up for debate.
Well, you just described it to me in the green room, and I was just in awe of what you do. And was like, then I had to stop you and go, okay, so you must be like a veterinarian and know everything there is to know about stuff. Explain a little bit about what you do here.
So essentially, I am responsible in the spay-neuter clinic and vaccine clinic for all the training that's implemented of the veterinary technicians that are hired, the vet assistants. I'm responsible for all the equipment maintenance, just coordinating people that are looking for access to veterinary care to see if this is something that we're able to assist them with. Right. And I'm also one of the people that does humane euthanasias for the public, just because it's in such high demand, unfortunately, because that has become something that is also inaccessible to a lot of people because of the price.
Right.
So yes.
And then you also clean the floors on Sunday and and answer the phones, and
that's what I'm doing right after this. Yeah.
Can you imagine? This one woman does all those amazing things, and she makes sure that others are doing it at a quality of care, because it is kind of a volunteer agency, so that you really do have to have an overseer, someone to make sure that every pet that walks in the door, even though they're not paying $4,000 or $5,000 for the actual operation, that they get that quality of care.
Well, I'm lucky enough that the people that I work with make my job very easy in the sense that to me, it's a very special environment because I've never really worked in a place where everyone just got along so well and everyone's just very much on the same page. And just because we're high volume, it doesn't mean we skip out on the quality of the patient care that we offer. And I'm just constantly surrounded by incredible staff, whether it's administrative staff or medical staff. It's just a really solid team of people that I'm very proud to work with.
So what does that look like in fostering an environment like that? Because that's not easy, right? You have volunteers, you have people that come off the street, and you folks are looking for a certain skill set. What does it look like from your perspective of creating that, encouraging that in an environment? How do you create a team that works so well together? Because again, we've been blown away. Walking in the door, the people that are here, the love, the empathy, the compassion that goes into this, that's rare.
Right now they have that 125 year
35, yeah.
35, thanks for
Gotcha.
135, and there's a lineup around the building because these people
wild.
care so much, and you walk into the building and there's a vibe. It's a vibe. Like we had 4 people walk up to us and go, "Hey, how you doing?
What tour are you on?
What tour are you on? Are you lost?"
I'm still waiting for the finish of the tour. I'm saying,
are you
but
lost?
Yeah.
But that's the amazing part about it, and I think he's right. Is there? Are you involved in fostering that as the leader?
I would like to think so, but I also think that it comes down to this clinic attracting that type of personality, the type of personality that works really well with others, that really believes in teamwork and cooperation and not just wanting to help the team, but really wants to help the people. I see it on a daily basis. I hear the vet assistants baby talking dogs and cats like it's their own, when they think no one else is around. And I hear the vet techs just being so sweet and kind to people that are visibly nervous about dropping their animal off for surgery, and just their body language is so empathetic and their tone of voice is wonderful. And just even the administrative staff, like people come in with walk-ins and they're so kind and courteous, and I don't believe that me being one person can foster
I'm
that
sure
type.
There's a great deal of help because you're a delightful one, and your kindness shines through in every conversation we've had, and I've just met you. You're awesome, and I think you sell yourself short, but I think it's wonderful because that's one thing that is hard to teach. Like I'm in the education field, and not all educators are equal, just like I'm sure not all veterinarians are equal. Like I've taken my dog to some clinics where they're great with the animals, but not so great with the people involved.
Yes.
Right? And here it seems like it's the whole package. Everyone who you walk in, it's been unique. Everyone we talk to is like, no, we're not just here for animals. We're here for the people and the animals. Because without the people, the animals will not be successful either. And I love that aspect of it.
It's been a wild journey so far. For us walking in the door, not knowing what, kind of coming from the traditional like shelter, it seems like you folks at every turn are championing a new something, right? The social work, the care that people are doing here in a proactive approach where I'm sure that makes your job a lot easier because you're probably seeing animals before they're super, super, super sick. You have a proactive approach where the caseworkers are getting involved, all of these sorts of things. That takes a load off of. So, like, for us, working with the Benjamin Project, allowing people to hear your stories, the success stories, and there's failures, like there's things to work on. But if you had, carte blanche, because we're going to make a couple $1 million off the book sales here, what would be...
Am I getting a cut?
Well, yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
What would be your next... What's the next initiative that you would like to see Toronto Humane Society work on? No money, it's not an issue. What do you think the next step for Toronto Humane Society would be? Whether it be on the veterinarian side, whether it be on the case management side, whether it be that, what is the next step?
Oh, jeez.
Easy question.
Totally.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, just to give you guys a little bit more background about me, I've also started doing part-time schooling at Seneca College for the social service work program to try to merge my medical background with the social service work background.
Yeah.
Just because in the years that I've been here, it's
huge.
We're shifting the focus from not just help, like you guys said it much more articulate than me. You're shifting the focus from not just helping the animal in need, but you're helping their person that is in need, because it's very much connected. The health and well-being of an animal is tied to that person, and vice versa. You have homeless people, unhoused individuals that choose to sleep on the street with their animal because shelters don't necessarily allow dogs to come inside.
Yeah.
You have cases of victims of domestic abuse that delay leaving their abuser because they're so afraid of what's going to happen to their animal.
Right.
So it really is.
So Telka, you have said what other people have said. And it's wild to me because that is a combined mission. So profiteers out there, you know me with the business side of things. If you can get a group of people pushing in the same direction or pulling in the same direction, that vision, that mission statement becomes easy. And you folks, you're about the fourth person that has echoed that exact thing. And it is changing the game. And again, Benjamin Project with what they're doing here, allowing for young children to get involved. There's going to be a financial side of this for the Toronto Humane Society, but every one of the people that have walked through this door, we're taking this to a social work level. We need to be able to working with the people so that they can keep their pets at home. You guys are across the board on the same page. I can't wait until we get Phil in here next.
And if you can go back to what she said, so these are young authors. This is the first book they ever wrote. Could you imagine if you got thousands and thousands of dollars in sales?
Amazing.
And you create the next author. Because this young lady decided I'm going to play with some cats. And now
look at her, she's stuck.
She is running it. And she is doing all the things to make this project better.
Amazing.
Get out there. Let's inspire some youth to make changes in the world. And you can do that by supporting the Benjamin Project, 1,000 Trees, and also the Toronto Humane Society. I tell you, I'm distracted. I keep on looking over here. There are hundreds of people walking by as they have this open house just to see what they do here. This is an amazing, amazing building with amazing things going on. I love you all. Profiteers out there, come check us out, buy some books, change your life.